Let's see. We usually have a show structure here. But I guess we're going to kick it off with some success updates and what's been happening. Let's see here. We got a great video from Donald. Did you see that video, Donald?
That was awesome. Thank you, Donald.
Thank you, Donald.
That was, those things right there, actually, that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds as cliche and as cheesy as it sounds. That truly is. Like when I listen to that and I can tell that he's genuine in it.
Yeah.
That's why, I do what I do. I mean, I could go out and just do this myself and even have more free time, but sharing what I know, and if it can help somebody else, that's what we do this for.
Yeah, it's so true. Like we've said this countless times. Like it's like you only get so much satisfaction. You want to like whap that check around again. It's like you only get so much satisfaction out of making your own income. This Mike with his checks, like. It's almost like a level of satisfaction. You're like, yeah, that was great. It was good. But what's really cool is when you can duplicate that and help someone else make money in their life and in their business. It becomes so much more rewarding. It's like, Mike, I always have this saying, real estate is a passion and consulting is a calling. It's like, it's just, you're drawn to it and you're like, hey, I want to help people, and transform their lives, and that's what we've been doing, which is really cool. So Donald, thank you so much for that video. Donald's been great. He's been posting his stuff every week. At the beginning of the week, he just posts all the stuff he's working on, how many mailers he's doing.
He kicked the chat off today.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
What was that? Gosh, I just watched a scary movie over the weekend. No, I'm just kidding. No, I seriously, it sounded like someone who just like fell or screamed really loud. I don't know what it was. But yeah, he kicked off the week and always shared about like what he's doing, what he's working on. He's automating a lot in his business, Mike, which is really nice. Which is really nice to see, because what you were just saying earlier about how you've been automating a lot of your stuff, right? I mean, I heard you say VAs like 3 times, Mike.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like this VA, that VA, I was like, look at you.
It's tough. People, and I know that Donald and Sarah and others have experienced this too. It's tough letting those strings go at the beginning.
Yeah.
But you get spoiled once you do, and you find the right VA.
Well, let me tell you, your results has definitely rubbed off on Sarah, because Sarah is like automating everything. She's like completely automating like everything she can, which is
sending her a resume to go to work for her.
Right? Yeah. And by the way, we haven't heard any more from her new brand. Maybe she wants to like announce it herself, but I know she was rebranding herself and in the land area, but
wait after the Apple conference.
That's what it is. That's what it is. She's gonna wait until after the Apple conference. Next is Adam. Good news from Adam today. Good news from Adam, but even last week though, I don't want to just jump to like today's news, like on Fox News breaking, but Adam's got a few deals in the works to close, and one of them he brought up today. He says meeting with a buyer at attorney's office on Wednesday morning to sign the contract. So when is that? Oh, that's in 2 days. So in 2 days, he's going to have one of his properties go to closing, and this is very exciting. I'm really, really happy for him as well. That's going to be great. Fantastico. So yeah, those are some of the updates and highlights from what we got going on there. And then Mike, I wanted to ask you a question about, when someone is getting like started in the business, right? So if you could,
before you ask that, I have an update.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, Nick, I talked to Nick earlier today.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Nick actually was just in the group today. Yeah. What did he say?
Yeah. So Nick's person, he had that one property he got under contract to sell.
Yeah.
They're closing next week.
Oh, fantastic! Oh my God!
Maybe by the end of this week, but probably the first of next week, the 24th at the latest.
Nice,
Solid.
nice.
So he's also. This is where the snowball starts. He's got another buyer that's wanting to buy a lot, but he thinks he's got her talk. He's trying to talk her into buying 2 lots.
Ooh,
A different buyer. So that would be 3 of the 6 lot thing that he has.
yeah.
That would be.
Wow, that is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Dang, I know we were talking about him last week, and it was a potential buyer. Now it looks like it's all going home. It's all going to the bank.
Yeah. Well, the one buyer's solid, and then this other buyer has come up. Definitely wants 1 lot, but he thinks he can give her a deal on 2 lots.
Oh man, that's so great. You know, Nick is really good at building relationships. Have you noticed that? Have you heard that?
Yeah, he's very good.
Oh, he's on another level. He's on another level. Yeah, like he can do it. He can do it really well, and I don't know if he gives himself enough credit for that, but here's some credits for you.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, he's really good at building relationships. You know, Nick went remote. I don't know if you ever knew this. You probably do by now, but Nick is actually been doing remote real estate long before we kind of even started talking about it and doing it in this group. You know what I mean? Even though we were already doing it, you know, before we really launched the group, Nick has already been doing that for a number of years. So that's really awesome. It's really cool. Yeah, and he's a great guy, so he's making that happen. Am I forgetting anybody? I don't mean to like jump over to the big question I had today, but am I forgetting someone? I think I'm. Oh, we do have some new people coming into the group, by the way.
Yes, we do.
I'll
be talking to them tomorrow at 4:00.
4:00 tomorrow. Okay, that's great.
Tomorrow.
Oh, and by the way, there's just a lot of news today. Yeah, so we have 2 new members. Just so everybody knows, we got 2 new members coming into our group. That's going to be great. By the way, Jeremy, do you remember Jeremy?
I do.
Yeah,
I like Jeremy.
Jeremy's also a guy. Big family. I'm super jealous. I mean, he is just, when you think I'm creating a football team, he's almost there.
Yeah.
He's almost at a level.
He's on a different level.
He's on another level. You know, I get envious and jealous when he's like, oh, well, anyway, their next child is coming up, I think August 20th to 23rd, something like that. But yeah, so they're actually moving. I checked on him because of the wildfires in California, and they're moving to Nevada real soon, and they're about to have their next baby. But he gets 12 weeks of paternity leave, right? Paternity leave. So in that interim, you know, Jeremy's been super, super busy because of COVID, and he's in the tech industry. So he's been super busy, but he said in those 12 weeks, he really wants to crush it and open up the valves to get his business up and running again. So that's awesome. Yeah, because he's really awesome. Yeah, him and his wife are actually really good at real estate. It's just kind of interesting how the whole dynamics of COVID has really shifted his time. Time
has been his enemy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of interesting because we've had a few people who have either been furloughed or lost their job or just completely quit what they were doing before. And I was listening to Bloomberg News. I don't know if anybody is, you know, a geek like me in finance, but I was listening to Bloomberg, and all of a sudden I heard, well, never mind. This company is, you know, laying off people, and I'm like, oh shoot, let me message him. And luckily, it doesn't affect him, so that's great, you know. But some people it has affected. So. Anyway, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody else. But if not, we could just get them in next week. Am I forgetting somebody? No, I don't think so. All right. So, Mike, big question for you. Big question. I want you to kind of maybe roll back to the time where you first got started, like in this like specific type of real estate. I know you've done like rental real estate. You were kind of dabbling in it before. But when you took the leap, right? When you kind of just took that first step of that leap, what was that like for you? Like leaving the comfort of what you were doing before. And if you can refresh my memory a little bit too, I think you went from sheriff. You left being a sheriff and into rentals, or you had the rentals on the side and you went from, you know, sheriff rentals, acquisitions. I mean, what was, let's go over that and let's talk about the transition.
So I was in real estate when I was in policing. I started and had the rental properties and some flips. But when I decided to leave it and leave the every other week paycheck that was guaranteed money, that was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. Because, thankfully, though, because of retirement, local government retirements and 401ks and things, I had money that's frozen that if I really bombarded it, I wouldn't, be homeless at least the first 6 months. But it was really, and even now, I tell you, it actually always bothered me. I think it bothered me, number one, because I went through the crash and I lost my butt on this crash. So I'm always more cautious on things now. But it's always played in the back of my mind until I started getting owner finance deals. Because that kind of made me feel like that check every month. Yeah. It's different, but it's still money coming in. But people say, oh, well, you don't have to work. You can go to Miami or wherever. People don't understand. My wife and I went to Miami. My wife has vacation time. Yeah. She got paid while she was in Miami. Right. It's what I do. If I, thankfully my business set up that I made money while I was in Miami. But, that's something you think about. So it was very scary. And that was probably 2012, something like that, 2013. I went full time. I said, you know what, Mike, you like real estate, you have a passion for it. You're not going to know until you do it. Yeah. And given where our world is now, I'm glad I did it when I did. Right. I love it. It's afforded me a lot more, not only time opportunities with my kids. Yeah. But, being able to do things that I wouldn't have been able to do with my kids.
And I think I just want to add, when you talk about time and the availability to do it, it's like you don't have that time constraint. Like you always talk about, we always talk about how you go to the beach, like it seems like you're at the beach all the time, or at least that you're going. Back now. Yeah. And like before, like if you were still a sheriff, you can't just randomly do that.
Right. I only have so much vacation time.
Right. You only have so much vacation time.
Responsibilities.
Yeah. Right. And you can't just say, let's go this week. You don't have to go to, I don't know, what, the lieutenant or something? I don't even know what your process is over there.
I was so married to the job. Yeah. That they would call me on vacation because I had to work phone and everything. Man. I was in a specialized unit that I would come back early sometime. If it was a certain thing we were doing, I mean... And that, I lost a lot of time with kids and stuff doing that, but but it's the same thing with real estate. I was very passionate about it. I believed in what I was doing, and I was both feet in that, although I still was playing in real estate. Same thing with real estate now. I go on vacation. People say, we don't get away from it. It's not work. I can sit on the beach and answer messages, answer emails, whatever. It's not work. Yeah. That's the key.
Yeah. And yeah, I like how you put that, because it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like you got all these like tasks that must be done, that's got to get done for the boss or anything like that. But like you said, it gives you that freedom to, one, you get to decide, like, hey, I want to go here for this period of time, and we're going to go this weekend, right? You don't have to ask anybody for that. You don't have to.
And if I want to stay longer, I can.
Yeah. Oh, that right there to me is like, I get it. It's like the best part about being in this business. It gives you that time freedom and the freedom of choice.
I remember one time I was on a federal task force, and to get the security clearances I had, the guy came in, the FBI guy that's doing my background, and says, "Look, man, we got to talk. You own like 7 houses, and you're a police officer, and I know your salary, and you can afford your, I made decent money. Yeah, but he's like, you don't make money to own 7 houses." And so I had to explain what I did.
Oh no.
And which he was fine. He said, okay, I get it. And then he's asking me about real estate.
So you didn't tell him you were taking money from drug busts or anything like that?
No. but yeah, then the whole conversation went, well, how you do that and all that stuff. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good that you have a support, because you having that support is not always there for a lot of people. A lot of people,
No, it's not.
Right.
Most people, it's not.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they think it's great. And I'm sure it's just because my core group of people understood real estate that I work with, and some of them did it, probably helped. I'm sure there were some people was like, look at that idiot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Away.
Oh yeah. Whether it's family, friends, coworkers, I think everybody can experience that, whether it's external or internal. Right, internal being that, so what kind of cup is that? Like, is that?
Oh, you love my cup.
Like
the Minion cup.
It's a Minion cup. That's so cute. That just shows you got kids. The I forgot what I was saying. Oh, internal. I was saying internal is when we self-sabotage ourselves and saying, oh, if I step out and do this, what are my friends are going to think of me? What am I going to make it? Is this a right decision? Self-sabotage. And then you have external sabotage, which luckily you didn't have, getting started. Let's bring it a little closer to home. I know April. She's super supportive, but what did she say?
It was a little scary in the beginning. Now we weren't married. My company wasn't truly successful right then, and she still married me. I don't know what that was about. But it's funny we're having this conversation, because one of the conversations Nick and I had earlier today was about being a real estate investor. It's kind of like if you go out with friends that aren't real estate investors, they don't understand
it. Get it.
They think you sit at home all day and watch TV. Or he says, I get this thing. Nick doesn't work. He's home all day. And he's like, no, I do work. I'm in my office at 9:00 every morning.
Yeah.
He says, it just happens to be in my house. People don't understand. Like we had a get together this weekend at the neighbors, and some other people came over and said, yeah, he's a real estate investor. Well, they don't know if that means a realtor.
Right.
They have no clue
what
that means.
Yeah. Well, most of the time when you say the word real estate, and this is something I've done recently, mostly because of Uganda and, here, especially here in the Azores. But when you say, oh, I'm in real estate, immediately they think you're an agent or a broker. So what I say is, I'm in real estate. I buy properties and I either sell them or I rent them out. And I use that line, and I notice the wheels start spinning a little bit, or the eyeballs start expanding. Like, oh, okay, like I'm not an agent. Never want to be. Never have been. Never will be. And so I think that runs through a lot of people's minds, because also I don't know why, but in the deep heart of humans, we like this thing called real estate, and we know that it's sex. Okay, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, no,
it's very intriguing.
I think it's very intriguing. I'll tell you what, what's sexy to me is contemporary modern penthouses. That is like wow. Yes.
See, I'm into modern houses and stuff.
Modern penthouse in Miami.
Clean lines. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Modern penthouse Miami. Mike McKinsey.
Yep.
Yeah. That stuff that to me, but I think for some reason in human nature, we just like houses, whether we're building them, making them better, buying land to have our domain, right? Whether it's acres of land. I just think people really like that concept and idea of it, saying, hey, this is what's mine. And it's really cool to be in a business where you get both worlds. You get not only the tax benefits, but you also get running it as a business side of it as well. Cool. Yeah, good stuff, Mike. Mike, that was great. You've shared some good insights there about your past. I didn't know you were still certified. So what does that mean? What does that mean? You're still
go to work. Like if I want to work, occasionally I do.
Really? Do they call you back because you're so good? You're so good. They call you back. They're like, hey.
I've been out of it long enough that my expertise is losing its appeal a little bit. But a lot of the guys that we were the same rank and everything when I left are now in senior management positions. So,
okay.
So a lot of times when I go in the office, people just in that kind of structure world, you just don't go in a senior manager's office like a, rank and structure is very important there.
Right.
Me, because I know these people on a personal level.
Right.
I'm the one that walks up the, senior maintenance office or senior management office and walks right in their office and say, hey, what are you doing? Or sit down. People will look at you like, what are you doing?
Who is this guy? Oh, that's Mike. Oh, that's
can't fire me anyway.
They can't fire me. Yeah.
You take my access card and not let me in anymore? I mean,
that's really cool. So when you're not certified, just out of curiosity, what does that mean when you're not certified?
Like if I'm certified, I can arrest you.
No.
Yeah. I can arrest you.
Oh my God, Mike, I gotta be careful what I tell you.
Yeah, we've got a big case file built again.
No, you don't. Wait, do you still have access to federal databases? Can you access a database?
I can't confirm or deny what I can access.
Now I'm getting worried. I'm just like backtracking everything I said. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's really cool. I actually didn't know that. That's why I'm curious about it, because I didn't know you still had the certification, if that's the way you put it. Yeah.
It's just, I have to do 40 hours of in-service.
Okay.
Every year to keep that.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a real estate license. You have to go back for 30 hours of training.
It's continued ed.
Yeah,
literally.
Do you go to the driving range down there in where? South Carolina? Sportsman's Inn, Sportsman's whatever?
The shooting range?
Yeah, the shooting range.
Our sheriff's office has one. I can go there. I have to certify every year for that too.
Oh wait, the sheriff's office has one? It's like private?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That alone is worth being certified. That alone is worth being certified. Just to get that license. That's cool.
Hey, you get free ammo to shoot too.
No way. That's like listen, ammo is expensive. Ammo is expensive. I don't know what's going on these days with ammunition. Years ago, Mike, I don't know if I ever told you this. I grew up shooting. But the funny part was, my buddy in his basement used to have a press, an ammo, whatever, a bullet press,
reloader thing.
A reloader, yeah. So we used to separate the gunpowder. We used to squeeze the little things. And I'm like, dude, we would be down there for hours. Then we go to the gun range and we'd shoot up. It was fun.
Shoot it all up in minutes.
Yeah, in minutes. Yeah. It's so true. It was so depressing. Oh my gosh. Oh, good stuff. All right, man. Well, it's been fun. Oh, shoot. Okay. It's been fun. Good stuff. Very good stuff. We have no questions because we've just been talking it up. But it's been great to hear the success stories that we have going on, and also the what do you call it? The new people that we have coming into the group.
New people.
Yeah,
and we're expecting more new people.
Exactly, we are. Yeah, one thing, it's interesting, and I guess we can kind of wrap it up with this. But one of the things that I really like about, where is that? Sorry, I'm just looking for something here. Oh, there it is. One of the things that I really like about what we do, and I was kind of mentioning this earlier. One of the things I really like is, you kind of standing out with all the experience. You look at someone's business and you're like, hey, instead of doing that, do this and watch what happens. Instead of you've been doing it this particular way and haven't gotten the results, but you make these little tweaks in your business and all of a sudden things close, right? Or, transactions happen, offers get accepted, closings take place, and that's good. And I just love that part. And again, going back to, it just makes it the most rewarding part of the business. So, yeah, it's good stuff. It's time to fire your boss. That's right. You heard me straight. It's time to fire your boss. Check it out. I'm here in beautiful São Miguel, Azores Islands, one of 9 islands. What you're seeing behind me is one of the crater lakes, and there's mountains all the way around. Absolutely beautiful here today. I literally just took a few moments to get off a call with one of our clients who is in the same position, trying to fire his boss. And he enrolled into our coaching program and just wanted to make a big difference in his life. And I know there's a lot of people out there who want to make a difference in their lives and in their families' lives and other people's lives, and giving and caring about other people as well. At the same time, you want to make a change in your own life. You want to do something different. You wanted to make an impact in your life, that you want to take your life to that next level, to do things that you never thought or just maybe dreamed of. This is the business for you. 15 years ago when I first started real estate investing, I was broke working 3 jobs, never wanted anything else than just money. That's all I cared about, was just money. That was it, because I was so broke and tired, and I was fed up with the bosses that I had. And one day I asked my manager of the entire store, and I said, "Hey man, how much money do you make?" And he said, $60,000 a year. When I had just come from a real estate event the prior weekend, and they were telling me I could make 6 figures, multiple 6 figures in a year. Immediately, when he told me he made 60,000, I immediately said, "I'm giving you my 2 weeks notice. I'm out of here." He was shocked. He was shocked because I had just, I think a week or 2 earlier, I had become the manager of the men's department in the store. And I worked so hard to get there. It took me months. I had to go through training and all this stuff. But he was shocked. He's like, "What are you talking about? What's up? Why are you not doing this?" And I said, "I found a better opportunity." He said, "What?" I said, "Real estate investing." He's like, "Real estate investing?" He's like, "Don't you need a license?" I said, "No, there's a way I can do it without a real estate license." And he said, "But why are you going to do that? How much money can you make?" I said, "From what I saw, I said 6 figures and above." And he just laughed at me. He's like, "You'll never make that kind of money." Now, why he laughed at me, I'm not sure. Maybe he was embarrassed or shy or whatever. Maybe he thought it was a scam. Either way. But I'll tell you this. Those 6 figures have come true many, many times. If you've been following me, you know my lifestyle. You know I travel internationally. I invest in 3 different countries. And I'm able to not have to wake up or deal with a boss. This is my boss right here. Saying, "Come to me, come enjoy me, come and have a good time and enjoy nature." That's my boss. The demand of the hills, the demand of the mountains. Oh, it's so difficult. But for the past few years, I've been investing internationally and I absolutely love it. It gives me the opportunity not only to experience new cultures, but also to travel anywhere I want, when I want, with who I want, preferably my family. And they're right over here in the car waiting to go get some ice cream. So we're gonna go do that. I just wanted to share this video with you as a reminder that you need to flip the switch. You need to take action in your life. You need to do something different. Otherwise, you'll just keep doing the same thing, waking up to the alarm clock, going to the job that you hate, and doing that repetitively over and over and over again. And if you continue to do that, you'll end up noticing that years will go by, months and moments. You'll miss out on some of the most amazing things in this world, the most beautiful things in this world. So don't take much longer. This is a new year. Don't take much longer to make that change. Even though it's scary, even though it's a challenge, even though it's a hurdle, at times, sometimes it's the biggest thing. Make sure you get a coach and a mentor that can help push you and guide you and help you avoid costly mistakes. You don't want to get into costly mistakes, but you also want to be in the best investment opportunity, the best investment wealth vehicle than anything else, and that's real estate investing. Go out there, make something happen, get more deeper into this business. And I can tell you the truth, when you get deeper, you'll find me. I'll be right there. I'll be by your side.
About to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts.
Yeah, my first check, you guys. Can you see that? $34,000.
You can do this. I believe in you. 2, 3, this. I believe in you. All right, give yourself. Just do it. Just do it.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, done with my own doubts. Be free.
Right, so we made it to the equator. We just there's some girls right there. Sorry, I'm in the way. There's the equator line.
You're gonna love that. It's got a pit in it. It's got a pit.
Moonshine from the south.
It's got a pit. Isn't that delicious?
What is that? That is nasty.
I don't know what the answer.
Take my
Somebody's
hand,
missing.
we'll
Nathan,
make it
Nathan.
somehow. We can't miss out.